The lights are on as Barbados enters the month of its 50th anniversary. And in sports, Jason Holder's late burst puts the West Indies on top in the third test.
The CBC Headline News, brought to you by Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
And a very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC Evening News. And our top story, the National Union of Public Workers is tonight threatening industrial action if government does not schedule a meeting by tomorrow to address concerns regarding an issue of demotion at the Environmental Health Department. Now, that specific issue involved NUPW President Akani McDowell, who was acting in a senior position in that department but was recently reverted to his substantive position. NUPW General Secretary Rosalind Smith says they have exchanged correspondence with the ministry concerning the issue but are not satisfied with the response given. Ms. Smith tells CBC News they have met with the union's executive and have been given the all clear to do whatever they deem necessary.
Council met yesterday and unanimously gave a decision that we embark on any kind of action we deem necessary to bring a resolution to Brother McDowell's issue. Written before, we still believe that the issue is a serious one and we should really be given that meeting. You cannot just brush off and say, well, I'm too busy, I'll look at you next week or something like that. So we're saying that some provision has to be made for us to meet to discuss Brother McDowell's matter. Failing that, we will embark on the action that will bring government to the table.
Well, Ms. Smith says the NUPW has also called an urgent meeting with all health officers tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
We will not be holding back any action unless we have a meeting. This matter is very fundamental and it has implications for the wider public service. And we are saying that we need to, if we're to be moving forward as a union and a government, that we need to have dialogue. We're not in a social partnership just for being in a partnership. And government has to respect the unions and involve them in any decision making.
Tourism Minister Richard Seeley says Barbados is not in a position that it can afford to take climate change lightly. His comments came as the lower house continued debate on the green scoping study. Mr. Seeley says the study is visionary and will also help with the reduction of the import bill for fossil fuels.
The mega money, $800 million or so that we spend importing fossil fuels, we could save that. And of course, that will have a serious impact in terms of creating some more space in our foreign reserves, so maybe some other activities, and we have to do that. Apart from that, of course, there's the reduced costs from carbon emissions, and the fact that we are told solar water heaters, 35,000 of which are in Barbados, save us something like $100 million in foreign exchange.
Member of Parliament for St. Thomas, Cynthia Ford, is concerned about the high number of abandoned and overgrown lots in that parish. She says the bush not only blocks the road but also poses several environmental threats. One of the lots she singled out is the land at Edgehill, which was donated for food security about 2 years ago.
It hurts, Mr. Speaker, that to this day, more than 2 years later, all that you can see in that land is grass, and the plantation owner cut off the hedgerow to avoid people from not being able to drive to safety. It is for food security under the aegis of the University of the West Indies. The whole of St. Thomas requires urgent attention when it comes to the government getting some land and giving the landless, using up those 20 or 30 acres of land and give those young men and women who want to work in agriculture.
Well, less than an hour ago, the city of Bridgetown was illuminated in the island's national colors. Prime Minister Frundell Stewart, along with 3 Barbadians who were born on November 30th, 1966, flicked the switch around 6:20 this evening at the Sagicor Life Inc. lighting ceremony. Hundreds were on hand at National Heroes Square to witness the lighting and fireworks display. This year's ceremony was held under the theme Celebrating Who We Are, and chairperson of the 50th Independence Celebration Secretariat, Senator Maxine McLean, said that light has significant meaning in Barbadian lives.
As we celebrate and as we move into the final month of this year's celebration of the important landmark of 50th anniversary of independence, we are reminded by the exhortations of the Prime Minister that we do have to seek light, the light of reflection, renewal, and remembrance and commitment to all that has made us a great nation, even though we are small.
In his feature address, Culture Minister Stephen Lashley said the country is displaying true patriotism during the celebrations.
The response to this and other activities has been nothing short of overwhelming, as businesses, schools, private citizens, and volunteer groups have all come together to showcase their nationalism that is indeed beyond recall. We as Barbadians indeed have much to be thankful for, and we are called to national duty to celebrate this important milestone of our country.
A local insurance broker has pledged to continue building on the strong foundation left by the island's forefathers. It is CGM Gallagher Insurance Brokers, the latest company to come on board with the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation's Guardians of the Heritage Initiative. Neil Shepherd, a claims supervisor there, says the values that have sustained Barbados as a nation have helped the company to build a culture of integrity, community, and excellence, and it intends to continue this process.
We too at CGM Gallagher are proud to note our positive influence internationally. CGM Gallagher, as a major player in the insurance market locally and internationally, is among a group of companies listed among the world's best ethical companies for 2016. And this is an accolade that we have accomplished for the last 5 years. Barbados has been built on a strong community spirit, and as a corporate citizen, we encourage and foster this trait through the adoption of the Irving Wilson School. Additionally, we continuously contribute to various children charities as we buy into the concept of taking a village to raise a child.
And producer-presenter here, Anthony Admiral Nelson, thanked the insurance brokers for coming on board, noting that the two have similar philosophies.
It's great to have CGM Gallagher as a part of this wonderful parade of companies and parade of flags. The interesting thing here is that we've been in this business for quite a while. We've been CGM Gallagher over 40 years, protecting the Caribbean. They are, of course, insurance brokers, and you can see them all around the region. And, of course, the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, you know the story. We cover the entire region with our broadcast. So I think this is a wonderful combination of companies. We certainly wish you all a happy independence, happy 50th, and we hope that we can continue this relationship for the next 50 years.
A new initiative has been launched to recognize ordinary heroes who, despite making a positive impact on their community, are unlikely to ever be recognized by the traditional honors system. Now, you might not recognize them because they're just like you and me, but Courts Barbados Limited and the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation have joined together to launch the inaugural Courts CBC Heroes campaign. Managing Director of Courts Barbados, Tricia Tanis, says there is a difference between an actual hero and an ordinary hero. She says the program is designed to recognize their selfless work.
To be the Courts CBC Ordinary Hero 2016, you must make a selfless and unique contribution to the community in a positive and lasting way that is also developmental and sustainable. This contribution can be through a program that directly impacts upon and engages your community and provides a long-term benefit, certainly for others who are in need. Additionally, the program can provide rehabilitation for delinquent or vulnerable groups, provide a service for members of the community that directly improves their lives, or just be random but regular acts of kindness and extreme generosity towards a particular group. These are just some of the examples of the kind of hero acts that we're looking for.
And Director of Sales and Marketing here at the CBC, Diane Fort, says the corporation was quick to partner with Courts Barbados when hearing about the campaign.
And CBC has long been involved in supporting the community at different levels and in many different ways. There are so many people in our community that can use a helping hand, a friendly word, and CBC sees it as a part of our responsibility to do just that. I think a lot of times when we think of a hero, we think of the person who rushes into a burning building to save someone, the person who runs into the ocean to save someone from drowning. And those are indeed heroic acts. But as Mrs. Tannis started to say, or said in her speech, there are ordinary people going about their lives. If we think of life the way that we live it, we get up every morning, we have breakfast, we get our children off to school, we go to work, we do those things that are part of living. For some people, that is not a reality, or it's a very difficult reality.
Well, stay with us. We'll have more news right after the break.
Don't let your data experience slow you down. Step up to Digicel, Barbados' fastest 4G network, more than twice as fast as the slow network. Get more with Digicel. Digicel, the fastest 4G network in Barbados. Dial *153 to sign up to Digicel today.
More great cities just got closer. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard is now even better. Fly to New York, Miami, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale with just 20,000 Scotia points. With your new Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard, you'll receive a welcome bonus of 10,000 Scotia points, so you can enjoy the cities you love most sooner than ever. Apply today. Call 426-7000 or visit your nearest branch.
I wish to celebrate in style this independence.
Yes, and in color too.
Harris Paints is giving you everything you wish this independence, with up to 30% off select Harris products, plus a chance to win your share of $10,000 cash in weekly draws. Get one entry form with every $50 spent in Harris products.
New paint job inside and out.
And cash too.
Sweet! Harris! See Press or Harris Paints social media for more. Get everything you wish this independence with Harris Paints. Happy 50th anniversary, Barbados.
56-year-old Donna Eveling of Newton Terrace, Christchurch, had to be taken by ambulance to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital after she was involved in an accident with an SUV driven by 29-year-old Angel Lewis of Enterprise Gardens in Christchurch, where Shane Jones was on the scene in Oistins.
We're here at the Southern Plaza complex, where there's been a rather bizarre accident with a Honda CR-V and a Toyota L-Touring. Maria Bruce was an eyewitness of that accident.
It was only the vehicle and the lady on the ground. No one else was there.
What was going through your mind when you saw it come up there?
Could have been me. It could have been me. Just thank God that it wasn't me.
You saw the vehicle hit her?
No, because it was crossing the road. I just noticed the shows. And then when I saw her on the ground.
And then on the ground she was writhing in pain?
Yeah, she was in pain. She was squealing in pain.
And can you tell me anything about the driver? What was the driver like?
The driver came out the vehicle and she was crying too. Actually, she was crying harder than the lady.
So did she say anything?
No. At that time, we were just fighting to get the ambulance, trying to get the ambulance for her.
Just reminding everyone to be extremely vigilant and careful on the road. Shane Jones, CBC News.
Well, November 25th has been dubbed Crash-Free Friday. President of the Barbados Road Safety Association, Charmaine Rowland Bowen, today unveiled the initiative geared at increased safety on our roads.
The 25th of November, as we have designated Crash-Free Friday, in which we will be encouraging all persons using the road on that day. We're encouraging them, to be conscious of what they're going to be doing.
Now, both state-run and privately owned entities pledged their support to the cause by signing several large placards. As an added incentive, persons who pledge their commitment to Crash-Free Friday will be eligible to win several prizes, such as payment of their road tax and driver's license. Ms. Roland Bowen also thanked Andrew Clark of the Adopt a Kilometre program, who will donate 2 of their signs, one in Warrens and the other in Kendall Hill, to the Road Safety Association.
He's going to be giving us or sponsoring for us a Adopt a Kilometre, one of those signs. And I told him that this is going to be the most widely read sign, because on that sign is going to be saying how many fatalities are on our roads today, and it's going to be comparing it to the previous year.
Well, the island has seen a record low number of fatalities due to vehicular accidents so far this year. The revelation from Assistant Superintendent with the Royal Barbados Police Force, Ronald Stanford. He was speaking as the Barbados Road Safety Association launched its month of activities today at the Alpha 126 Traffic School.
So far, up to the end of October, we have had 8 fatalities so far. And that is when compared with the same period last year, there were 20. So far for the year, we had this quite a significant drop.
Now, despite this, he cautioned the traveling public to remain vigilant as visitor arrivals are expected to increase for the 50th independence celebrations. Well, still to come, a look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. And here's a tip now from the Coverley Medical Center.
Regular breast and pelvic examinations are important, especially if you have a family history of cancer. So, have you booked your next annual checkup?
This is Troy Awesome, the head florist for Hastings Flower Mart. Sandals does have an effect on Hastings Flower Mart because it gives us the opportunity to provide them with quality flowers and quality work. And in exchange in doing that, we also push in our own business as well.
Sandals Resorts International thrives in mutually beneficial partnerships with hundreds of businesses.
It doesn't take a lot to work with Sandals. It just takes dedication. Sandals have been with Sandals from its inception, which is about 2 years now. They have improved and they have given back to the society and to the individuals that work here. My name is Markson Downey. I am a landscaper, gardener with Sandals, Barbados. Yes, I am Sandals. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
This season on CBC TV, The People's Business, Sundays at 8:05 p.m. Made possible by our partners, Solar Dynamics, the most efficient solar hot water system.
Regional news now. Trinidad's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says crime is a problem for which there is no quick fix. Dr. Rowley told the People's National Movement Convention over the weekend that all was not well in the country, despite progress being made in several areas. He says billions of dollars have been spent on crime with no real gains.
Let me be brutally honest with you, and let us be brutally honest with ourselves. Over the past 20 years or more, we have been spending billions of dollars outfitting and equipping our police service with great expectations of a more secure and peaceful environment for all of us. However, there is too much confusion, dysfunctionality, and outright failure at the many layers at the top to expect the best from the middle and at the base.
Well, 10 cases of the highly contagious hand, foot and mouth disease have been reported in Jamaica's corporate area. Director of Health Promotions, Dr. Sonia Copeland, says this comes on the heels of the hundreds of children under the age of 5 who were affected last year.
Up to this weekend, we had 10 cases in Kingston and St. Andrew and 1 case in St. Catherine in a nursery. Because it spreads so easily, person-to-person contact, and also from services and so, I'm expecting we're going to have more cases.
Barbados and other islands in the Caribbean have been praised for their approach to early childhood development. And now it's time to share that extensive knowledge with the rest of the world. This assessment from Dr. Betsy Bertrand, PAHO's Regional Advisor on Child Health. She was speaking at the opening of an early childhood development training program hosted by UNICEF.
Early childhood development is a key issue for us, for every country in our region, and especially for the Caribbean, because you in the Caribbean were the first countries having early childhood development programs, and you actually in the Caribbean is where a lot of the knowledge is coming to be shared with the rest of the world. So it's very important, this issue.
Meantime, Senior Medical Officer Dr. Karen Boom says Barbados is committed to ensuring that the healthy and holistic development of children remains a priority.
Many factors influence how children reach their full potential, and these include their family's income status, geographic location, ethnicity, disability, religion, or sexual orientation. Many children do not receive adequate nutrition, care, and opportunities to learn. Children that experience good nutrition and health and consistent loving care and encouragement to learn in the early years of life do better at school, are healthier, have higher earnings, and participate more in society.
Ahead in sports, the Windies in a good position in Sharjah, but first here's a tip from Cooperators General Insurance.
This tip of the day is brought to you by Cooperators General Insurance Company Limited. Insurance the way you want it to be.
The best time to perform breast self-examination is 3 to 4 days after your period finishes. This tip is brought to you by the breast screening program of the Barbados Cancer Society.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Whatever home means to you is what your home means to us.
Don't miss Ranker's pre-independence sale. 20% off a wide selection of items. Now until November 29, 2016.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, with a solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Countdown to 50.
Hello, my name is Ariel Speed. As children, let's show how much we love our nation by being model students, going to Sunday school, and helping mommy and daddy at home. There are now 29 days left until we celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence.
Countdown to 50.
Hey, good evening, I'm Sean Green with a look at sports. Well, Pakistan ended 37 runs ahead of the West Indies when stumps were pulled on day 3 of the third test at Sharjah. The Windies started the day on 244 for 6, with opener Craig Brathwaite needing 5 runs for a century. Well, he eventually made an unbeaten 142, inclusive of 11 fours, as the Windies were bowled out for 337. Wahab Riaz claimed 5 for 88, and Mohamed Amir took 3 for 71. Pakistan in their second innings will resume tomorrow on 87 for 4. Captain Jason Holder has so far taken 3 for 10, while Roston Chase has 1 for 39. Here are the highlights from today.
That will be close to the boundary. It will be Brathwaite to 99. Beautiful. The positioning and the balance. Look at the head position when we see this again. Equally as pleasant from Jason Holder. Loves that drive through the offside. Oh, he's knocked him over. He's left it. Change of angle instead. Forget about short ball.
Run of play again. Out for 16. Went to school or not. I hope my television at home is switched off. I don't want my son or my dad to hear all that. That's a beautiful shot. Teasing boundary. That's loose. That's very loose. He was looking for that magical delivery, pitched up delivery, maybe beat the bat.
Asking the question and giving him.
Given, not out. Is that gone? Finally, Wahab Riaz gets the breakthrough. It's been a stubborn partnership.
Good strike. Brings the field in. He goes over the top, Carlos Brathwaite style. A bit too ambitious. Getting carried away with what went on in the previous over. Yes, he's gone. 5 wickets for Wahab Riaz.
Oh, glorious way to get off the mark. That ball will go and hit the fence. That's a lovely cover drive from Azhar Ali. In the slot and driven.
Beautiful stroke.
He's just loving that little bit room outside the off stump. Another boundary.
No left-hander of caliber is going to miss out on that.
Well, scores Pakistan 281 and 87 for 4. The West Indies 337. Pakistan with a lead of 31 with 6 wickets remaining. In more cricket news, Sri Lanka have a lead of 411 over host Zimbabwe at the end of day 4 in their first test in Harare. Dumith Karunaratne led the Sri Lankan second innings, batting today with 110. So scores Sri Lanka 537 and 247 for 6. Zimbabwe 373. Switching sports now, Flo Deacons and Chargers were winners in their latest fixtures in the Goddard Enterprises Limited Women's Division 1 League. Playing at the Kensington Bond last night, Deacons defeated Burger King Clapham Toners, while in the second game, Chargers defeated the Club United in straight sets to pick up their first win. Here's Mark Seal.
We begin in the second set after Chargers had won the first set 25-10. Chargers in the black picked up where they left off. Deshante Addison serving the ace. On the other side, a mix-up would allow this ball to drop. Club United not helping themselves out at all. But when they did get their act together, the club had some good plays. Chargers will now then deny the point by the United blockers. Chargers also had their defense up and running. Block for block, they say. The club then replied with spike for spike. How's that for a reply? Chargers grew tired of the back and forth and took care of business. Danica Headley down the line with the spike. Then Addison returns with her service game for yet another ace. Chargers taking the second set 25-14. On to the third now. United trying to force it into a fourth, and they started well with the block in Chargers' face. They then brought the offense going through the middle. Chargers tried to put a spark in their wheels. Headley there with a deceptive bait. But United came up with a purpose in this set. and it showed. Another powerful spike. However, in the end, Chargers would get the job done, winning in straight sets, 25-10, 25-14, 25-20. In the other game of the night, Deacons took on Burger King Clapham Toners. Toners had the early advantage over Deacons. Good leap here to deny Deacons the point. Toners on the move again. This time, Daniel Brathwaite supplies the goods. Deacons' turn now, and Shante Seal leaps high and comes down with the hammer. But still, Toners took the first set, 25-21. However, after winning the second and third sets, we pick up the action in the fourth, with Deacons trying to close out the game. Abijay Carrington gets this one to drop over the two Toners players. Carrington again, this time with the perfectly placed spike. Toners never gave up though. Brathwaite goes cross court for the point. But the fight was a losing one as Deacons finish out the game in 4. 21-25, 25-14, 25-21, 25-21. Taking it 3-1. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
Well, thank you, Mark. Now, from tonight and for the Independence month of November, CBC Sports features some of the best moments of sports in Barbados' history. Now, clearly we can't show you all, but CBC's Mark Seal will be taking us through 50 great Bajan sporting moments.
The first honoree in the 50 is Haley Matthews. This 18-year-old Bajan was the player of the 2016 ICC Women's World Cup cricket final. Haley scorched 66 from 45 balls as Windies women chased down Australia's 148 to win the World Cup.
Big enough, you bet she has. What a strike that is. Very good batting this from the West Indies.
The youngster decided, right, I'm going to take this game on. She's taken it on from both ends.
Yeah, the charge is on. The charge is definitely on. They're trying to exploit the last couple of overs of the power play. What a start that is. What a shot that is. Gets the single. It could actually go further. It could go for 4. What a way to go to 50. First 50, what a time to do it.
Could be a run out, should be a run out, not a run out, and the winning runs could come from an overthrow. And the West Indies, for the first time in their history, have won the Women's ICC World T20 title.
Number 2 is in horse racing. In 1997, Incitatus became the first Belgian-bred Gold Cup winner.
Incitatus from Barbados coming with a tremendous challenge. Still there on the inside is leading Article, and in pocket is Incitatus who picks it up on the outside. Nafasai with a run on the outside as well. As they come inside the last 100 yards, it's the Barbadian-bred Creole Incitatus. He's running on, and this is history in the making. The first Barbados-bred horse to win the Gold Cup. Incitatus wins it from Nafasai.
And tomorrow we'll have even more in that series, 50 Great Bajan Sporting Moments. Well, that's a look at sports. Lisa returns with a look at the business.
Fly away to somewhere new, buy a gift just for you. Get cash back or give it away. Choose your reward, choose it today.
CIBC First Caribbean Visa Classic and Visa Gold credit cards now have rewards, and you choose how you use your reward points. Get merchandise from international stores or receive cash back on your card. And gold card holders can use their points towards flights on any airline.
To fly, to buy, to get or to give, shop, earn, enjoy with
CIBC First Caribbean Rewards Visa Classic and Visa Gold cards. CIBC First Caribbean, for what matters.
On November 30th, Barbados will write another page in its proud history on achieving 50 years of independence. The management and staff at the Caribbean Tourism Organization proudly salute all Barbadians on this momentous occasion.
All behind me there, you can see the marijuana plant.
Fetters and beats is sweat, I come out to sweat, I wet, I sweating more than you. I come to wine and jam and I sure to catch it more than you.
It was always a very boring job.
This is the future Caribbean Opera. Morning and evening, this is me home and not leaving. I can't get over this.
In business tonight, moved by recent comments about the potential of the renewable energy sector and job creation, players in the industry aren't wasting any time in ensuring that the future remains bright. And the Barbados Renewable Energy Association is all for young involvement going forward. Executive Director Clyde Griffith says young Barbadians have not been left out of the upcoming inaugural Caribbean Conference, which is slated for November 10th and 11th.
One of the good things about this conference is that we're going to have some school children participating. With the support of Light and Power, they've been having a program where they're looking at encouraging young school children to be involved, and they're going to be involved in exhibiting. So we'll have some, looking at the future, we're going to have some talented young people. As the Prime Minister said quite recently, the renewable energy sector can generate 5,000 jobs if we do it right.
President of the association, Aidan Rogers, says that through the conference theme, Making It Happen, they will seek to demonstrate just how thousands of jobs will be created.
What this conference will seek to demonstrate is how we can achieve those 5,000 jobs. What are the key components that we need to make happen, per se, looking at the conference theme, to arrive at that end result. And the conference will really focus on that, not just job creation, but it would also look at investment opportunities as well, arriving from making it happen. But in other words, the conference would really try to highlight the nuts and bolts or the incremental processes that an island state such as Barbados would have to go through in terms of trying to achieve its sustainable energy independence targets.
Now, in the last 5 years, Rubis has provided 4 new service stations for its customers here in Barbados. Chief Executive Officer Mauricio Nichols says this was made possible through the rebranding and expansion of some stations. He explained that the Curtains and Barbary service stations are the 2 outlets that have been brought under the Rubis brand, while the Map Hill service station has been rebranded and rebuilt. Customers also have access to a newly built service station in Coverley.
Started in Barbados and in the region 5 years ago in 2011. Back then we had 12 service stations. All of those were branded Rubis. Right now we have 16 Rubis branded service stations. We're building a new one in Fontabelle, and once that's completed at the end of this year, we will have 17 branded Rubis stations across the island.
Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region. In Jamaica, Jamaica Broilers Group was the volume leader with 5,02,886 units. In Trinidad and Tobago, JMMB Group Limited was the volume leader with 65,961 shares changing hands, all for a value of $59,299.90. And here in Barbados, Massey Holdings Limited was the volume leader, trading 89,173 shares at $13.58 each. And in international business, China's insatiable appetite for fried chicken used to be a big reason why investors loved KFC parent Yum Brands. But after a couple of food safety scares and concerns about China's suddenly sluggish economy, Yum bowed to pressure from activist shareholders last year and decided to spin off its China division from the rest of the company. The newer Yum debuted today with Yum China trading on the New York Stock Exchange. The CEO, Greg Creed, says he he has faith in emerging economies. And according to him, growing numbers of middle-class consumers hold the key to success.
What happens is, as the middle class grows and it can afford our food, we can do very positive things. The other interesting thing in markets like Africa is we bring our food safety standards to the country. So in a lot of places where we go, we actually have to establish a food supply chain because it just doesn't exist. And we won't go into a market unless we're very comfortable that we can deliver the same food safety standards that we deliver around the world. And people see that. They actually trust us that it's so much safer to eat at a KFC in Ghana than it is to eat, obviously, you know, pretty much anywhere else.
You seem to be moving more and more toward the wholly franchise-owned. Where do you want that to be, especially as you push into these emerging markets?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're moving from, you know, more equity to less equity. We'll probably be over 96% franchise by the end of next year. And I think in most of the new markets, whether it's the emerging markets, whether it's Africa, you know, we'll do that through franchisees. And it works really well because you've got local people who have local operating knowledge who can take the power of global brands and bring them to bear. When you put money in, when you've got skin in the game, you're much more committed to making that successful than if you're just operating, you know, against my investment.
And that's business. The weather is up next.
Countdown to 50.
Hello Barbados, my name is Wendy Boyce, known as Celebrity Barbados. I'm 100% Bajan, that's why we are wearing the colors.
Hello Barbados, my name is Aidan Taylor, known as Mr. Barbados and the Obadali runner. I am a proud Barbadian. We are here to let you know there are 29 days left before our 50th anniversary of independence. Happy Independence, Barbados!
Countdown to 50.
Barbados' sweetest radio station has landed. 94.7 FM, the station where the greatest hits from yesteryear come alive. Shine, I'm talking to you. The sounds that make you feel good. Only one station delivers the soundtracks of your life. 94.7 FM with the greatest hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
A very good evening to all, and we observed fairly partly cloudy skies across Barbados and across most of the island today. We recorded 1.6 millimeters of rainfall overnight though at our station, and that brings the total for the month to 121.5. Now the maximum temperature got up to 31.4, the minimum was 24. At 6 o'clock skies were fair, the temperature was down to 28.5. That is still rather warm, the humidity 75%, and take a look at the winds out of the deep south, 17 kilometers per hour. But let's take a look at the satellite photo, and you can almost see a clear demarcation in the lines of instability associated with the deep layer trough system that generated lots of cloud over the northern half of the island. These islands enjoyed, well, they had cloudy skies, scattered showers, periods of rain. Antigua even recorded some funnel cloud. That is a sure sign of really unsettled weather conditions. Over the south, Barbados is just about on the southern boundary of this activity. High pressure system is building, not very strong, but as you can see, not a whole lot of moisture associated with this activity. Now, over the next couple of days, the trough system is expected to remain entrenched. As a result, we're going to continue to see this type of configuration, cloudy to overcast skies over the northern portion of the region. The shower activity, though, is not expected to be excessive. Over the south, the high pressure system is expected to continue its dominance. Now, around Thursday into Friday, our analysis is indicating, though, that we're going to be seeing some moisture coming in from in the region of the intertropical convergence zone. So over Barbados, we're going to be looking at cloudy skies and a few scattered showers. Excuse me. Now, over in the western portion of the region, Puerto Rico also had cloudy skies and scattered showers, but there's a ridge building in the Bahamas. They had lovely skies for the most part. But let's take a look at our precipitation chart. The Moisture levels are expected to continue to be high over the northern portion of the region. For us, fair to partly cloudy skies. Taking a look now at the 4-day prediction. And as indicated, around Thursday into Friday, we're going to be seeing this increase in moisture, and there's the potential for showers. Excuse me. Now, sunrise is going to be at 5:53. Sunset is going to be at 5:31. The first high tide, 27 minutes after 5. The second is going to be at 4:53. The first low tide, 10:44. The second is going to be at 11:27. The seas, slight to moderate in open water. Swells are peaking at 2 meters. The winds southeasterly to south-southeasterly, 15 to 25 kilometers per hour. The outlook for the night, we're looking at fair to partly cloudy skies, brief scattered showers. Tomorrow, fair to partly cloudy, and we're going to be looking at just brief isolated showers.
A tsunami is a series of high, large, and dangerous sea waves caused by earthquakes or volcanic eruptions.
You can protect yourself by knowing the natural warning signs of tsunamis.
Most tsunamis in the Caribbean are caused by strong, shallow earthquakes.
If you experience an earthquake which makes it difficult to stand and causes damage,
expect a tsunami.
If you see the sea level receding or the sea levels falling drastically, exposing the sea floor, then
expect a tsunami.
And if you hear a loud roar coming from the sea,
expect a tsunami.
Tsunamis move faster than jet planes, so go immediately inland to high ground or get to the top of a tall building or tall tree.
November 5th is World Tsunami Awareness Day. Educate yourself and practice evacuation drills with your family, school, or workplace.
When a counselor asked how much my husband drinks, I said, not that much. I don't know why I said that. He always drank too much. But I guess I'm so used to keeping it a secret that I didn't tell the truth, to myself or anyone else. My husband has drinks with friends after work. He has a couple of drinks at home with dinner and a few more while we watch TV. Pretty soon he's shouting at me and blaming me for all of his problems. I just can't take it anymore. A counselor recommended Al-Anon family groups. She said Al-Anon members have had experiences just like mine, and they would explain how Al-Anon is helping them. I didn't want to go to Al-Anon, but I'm sure glad I did. Is someone's drinking breaking your heart? You might be surprised at what you can learn at an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. Call 1-888-4-AL-ANON or go to alanon.org.
News on the international scene now. The race for the White House appears to be tightening with 7 days left. Polls show Donald Trump gaining on rival Hillary Clinton. An ABC poll has now put Trump ahead by 1 percentage point, while a CNN poll of polls shows him trailing by only 4 percentage points.
It's reflective of a couple different things, and I think it's important to kind of look at polls as a snapshot of time, right? So if you look at this Washington Post poll, Donald Trump has closed the gap in a tremendously quick fashion over the course of the last couple of weeks when you go from 13 points down to up 1 point. When you look at the CNN poll of polls, you get kind of a better sense of what the national picture looks like right now. Clearly a tightening race, but the reason why when you talk to both Republican and Democratic strategists, Christy, is that Republicans are coming home. If you watched over the last debate when Donald Trump was really facing a sizable disadvantage, Republicans were only going to vote for him at about 76, 77, 78% clip. That is very, very low, particularly when Democrats are supporting Hillary Clinton up to 90, 91, 92%. You're starting to see Republicans come home. That is tightening the gap. The big question, though, with just 7 days left, does he have enough time to close it entirely? It's an open question right now. That said, Trump's campaign and his top advisors think the FBI issue is certainly going to help, Christy.
Now, she is being hurt by the latest email controversy, and Clinton is fighting. She is fighting to stay on course. What is her campaign doing to try to surge ahead in the polls?
go on offense, go on the attack. You've seen it over the course of the last 4 days, how this all developed. Initially, there was shock when they found out about this. They had no heads up, no warning. It was a big problem. They understood that. And then over the course of the last 3 days, Christy, you've seen an escalation of their attacks on both the FBI and FBI Director Jim Comey. They're not going to stop doing that, and here's why. One, they want to delegitimize any Republican talking points that this is some new investigation, and there's been some explosive findings. There haven't been, yet at least. But the other thing is this. They believe this invigorates their supporters, that the idea that Hillary Clinton is being wrongly attacked or wrongly prosecuted, wrongly investigated, that this will help their supporters on the ground. They need their coalition to turn out. They need their coalition to be motivated and energized. They think that this, attacking the FBI, trying to paint it like Hillary Clinton is being attacked for no reason, is the exact way to do it with just 7 days left.
We're back after the break with a recap of our top stories.
The Urban Development Commission is doing its part to help inspire national pride and beautify Barbados with its Garden Beautification Competition.
The Garden Beautification Competition was established by the Commission because we wanted to encourage all of our clients to get on board in beautifying their surroundings and be involved in the greening effort. This year's theme is Greening, Growing for All Generations, and we wanted to encourage the younger generation as well to get involved in this greening process. If you want to enter the competition, feel free to contact us at 417-1420 and collect your applications from the office or online at udc.gov.pb.
The UDC Garden Competition is open to clients of the Urban Development Commission as well as the Rural Development Commission. The deadline to register is Friday, November 18th.
This season on CBC TV, The People's Business, Sundays at 8:05 p.m. Made possible by our partners, Solar Dynamics, the most efficient solar hot water system.
Good morning.
Join us tomorrow, the 2nd day of November, for another edition of Morning Barbados. Dr. Adrian Lord will be here to discuss antibiotics, the use and abuse. Also, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic Health Fair. Learn all about it.
Also, it is November, which means it is time for the NIFCA Gala. We will discuss that tomorrow. And also, it's Road Safety Month. So find out all about it tomorrow on Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
The National Union of Public Workers is tonight threatening industrial action if government does not schedule a meeting by tomorrow to address concerns regarding an issue of demotion at the Environmental Health Department. That specific issue involved NUPW President Akani McDowell, who was acting in a senior position in that department but was recently reverted to his substantive position. NUPW General Secretary Roslyn Smith says they have exchanged correspondence with the ministry concerning the issue but are not satisfied with the response given. The city of Bridgetown is now illuminated in Barbados' national colors. Prime Minister Frundell Stewart, along with 3 Barbadians who were born on November 30th, 1966, flicked the switch around 20 minutes past 6 this evening at the Sagicor Life Inc. lighting ceremony. Now, hundreds were on hand at National Heroes Square to witness the lighting and fireworks display. Barbados has seen a record low number of fatalities due to vehicular accidents so far this year. This revelation from the Assistant Superintendent with the Royal Barbados Police Force, Ronald Stanford. He was speaking as the Barbados Road Safety Association launched its month of activities today at the Alpha 126 Traffic School. Taking a look now at the forecast for tonight and tomorrow, it will be fair to partly cloudy with a few brief isolated showers. Well, the Agricultural Science program at the St. George's Secondary School seems to be reaping results. The young ones there are being nurtured to have their roots firmly grounded in agriculture. Our Kamita Jones gives us the details.
It is here that the students in the agricultural science program are putting the grounds around them to use. Whether it's growing plants or rearing animals, they have no intention of allowing the land to become fallow. But before the agricultural science class heads outside, some theory has to be covered indoors. A 17-year-old Keon Ben tells us what he has learned in class about the digestive system of the cow and the rabbit.
I know I have 4 stomachs. First, the cow eats seagrass and chews to go down in the first stomach. Then it goes in the second stomach, and then it like crushes up the grass and brings it back up so it can get down soft, because the grass will be too tough for them to eat out. So it goes back down again, and then goes through to the stomach. Then it goes through the last stomach and comes out through the end. You know about the rabbits and things too. When you learn about the rabbit, how the rabbit eats, goes through the esophagus and goes through the stomach, and the stomach works it up into the minerals, and then it can pass through.
Since there is heavy emphasis on the practical, the students got hands-on and built a rabbit tree and a sheep pen. Akeem Simforan shares his favorite part about being around sheep.
When they was giving birth, some things we not get to see, something we get to see, and naming them was actually kind of fun.
As the school becomes more proficient in agricultural skills, they have been reaping success in agricultural competitions. A winner of the Youth Farm program, Ruben Wiltshire, has been able to gain some experience through a job attachment at Greenlands. He says his best experience there was seeing a sheep give birth firsthand.
It was still alive, so we were pretty happy that we saved one of them. And then after we nurtured it, and it was back on its feet and moving around, so we were pretty happy once we saved that one.
Along with being taught about livestock, Akeem tells us what he has learned about planting.
We walk up the beds, but they look too good now, but we look after the sheep, the rabbits and stuff, cut grazing for the sheep, make sure them was well and stuff like that.
For some, the skills are being put into practice at home. Take Stefan Chandler, for instance. He has been helping out with his mother's lettuce business.
I grew up selling lettuce. It's something that I got into, but it took time because at first I didn't like it, but after a while I grew to like it.
All the students I spoke with agree that agriculture is hard work. Even with the threat of predial larceny, the boys seem not to be deterred. In fact, Deputy Principal Stephen Proverbs says the school has already been a victim of the crime, but turned a sour occurrence into a learning experience. Akeem gives this advice to young people, hinting that the pros outweigh the cons.
It's a fun area to look at. It comes with a lot of excitement, and it don't always be bored, but it's because the practical part.
Mr. Proverbs also says that because of the high level of interest and opportunity for serious agricultural production, there will be some adjustments in store for the school, which will benefit the public as well. Much of the positivity and enthusiasm among the students have trickled down from the teachers in the agricultural science program. Take, for example, teacher Russell Oliver Smith.
I did more research on it, the many methods in which they are involved in at the abattoir, and I would go there and I would see some spots on the leaves, and I would always question or ask myself, what is that?
Every good tree produces fine fruit, as is the case with having passionate teachers on board. And it is highly possible that because of the enthusiasm from the teachers, the students will be able to produce sterling results in the future in the field of agriculture. Kimita Jones, CBC News.
That's news for now. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Lisa Lloyd. Thank you so much for joining us, and have yourself a wonderful night.
CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
Easy to play, easy to win. I told her ticket is where I begin to win with Mega 6.
Good evening, I'm Kimberly. Mega 6 keeps on making Barbadians richer. Over $4 million was paid out to lucky Mega 6 players last year. Now, if your lucky numbers are drawn tonight, you could be the winner of $435,000. Now, on to tonight's Mega 6 draw number 3,785, supervised by our auditor Rico De Pisa from Ernst & Young. Eligible tickets are dated November 1st, 2016. Now for tonight's lucky numbers. The first number is 31. Second number, 7. The third number, 13. The fourth number is 8. The fifth number, 16. And our seventh and final number is 11. Our sixth and final number. Let me repeat those lucky numbers for you once again. 31, 7, 13, 1, 3, 13, 8, 16, and 11. Those are your lucky 6. Let's take a look at our latest winner. Congratulations from all of us here at the Barbados Lottery. Play the Mega Hot Fives, the new instant scratch game with 15 chances to win on every ticket and a top prize of $50,000. Reveal a 5 and triple your prize. Get your $5 tickets from Barbados Lottery agents island-wide. The Super Lotto jackpot is now a whopping $3,570,000. Get your tickets today, but you have to be in it to win it. Join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. for the next Mega 6 draw. The Barbados Lottery, supporting sports, youth, and culture.
Easy to play, easy to win. I told her ticket is where I begin to win with Mega 6.
You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
Reality show that means business. Coming to you from Scotiabank Skymore Barbados. Your host, Belle Holder.
Welcome everyone. What an exciting journey we've been on. 24 entrepreneurs made it all the way to the Bank on Me television rounds, and together we have watched to see if our favorites made it through to the top 4 who await their fate today. Last week, the Tough Export Challenge was won by Amanda McKenzie of Rowan. That's 2 in a row that she has won, and she automatically went through to today's elimination round where the 3 finalists will be chosen.
We felt that you made a very professional and confident presentation. You demonstrated an understanding of the challenge, which was export, of course. We generally felt that you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The workshop this week was sponsored by Scotiabank. It was presented by social entrepreneur Annie Bertrand and Brian Toppin of Trident Angels.
So if you're asking me, let's say, I don't know, you're offering hairdressing services, including nail services and makeup, all that for $100. Are you willing to pay for that? Of course I'm willing to pay for that. This is a great value proposition. But I have to pay for it every week. No, I cannot pay for it every week. So I'm interested. So if you're talking to your customers, are you interested in this? Would you be willing to pay? Yes. But can you afford it? Scalability. This is extremely important because angel investors in particular, I mean, I'm with the Trident Angel Investor Network, and I'm here to talk about equity investment, angel investment. Angel investors will not be interested in a business that's not scalable.
So we talk about operations and how you are going to make this on a daily basis. You have to paint that picture for them. How is this going to get done? How many times? Are you working 8 to 5? Because as soon as you say, well, you know, we will be open. Oh, you mean the company will be open 8 to 5, but you should be living this 24? Right, there are no days off. Our borrowed day doesn't count anymore. Right? Christmas Day don't happen anymore. Yeah? That's not, you are the angel investor. They want the blood. They want the sweat and they want to see you cry. I don't know. Why? I don't know. Commitment. That's what they're looking for.
Typically, an angel investor is a high net worth individual that invests their own money, but more importantly, in many cases, their time as well, in terms of mentoring that company. So it's not just financial, but also intellectual capital that you get from an angel investor or a group of investors. So it's not a mother, father, auntie, uncle investing in your company. That's not an angel investment. That's not an angel investor. It's really someone with no family connection to that individual or individuals. So there's normally like a pre-screening process, and once you've passed that hurdle and you've actually gotten interest from angel investors, then there's a more rigorous due diligence process that the interested investors would have you go through. So there's a lot of forms, a lot of documentation you would need to fill out, and there are a lot of terms that you would need to familiarize yourself with.
Now, remember, not all money is equal. So the bank, we would have certain criteria in terms of when you are borrowing funds from us. There would be interest rates attached. There would maybe certain fees attached where that is concerned. However, if you're going to an investor, they may say offer you repayment at a lower interest rate because they want 40% stake in your business. So remember that not every single type of financing will come under the same terms and conditions. Right? And it's about assessing what works best for your business.
More great cities just got closer. The Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard is now even better. Fly to New York, Miami, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale with just 20,000 Scotia points. With your new Scotiabank Aero Platinum MasterCard, you'll receive a welcome bonus of 10,000 Scotia points, so you can enjoy the cities you love most sooner than ever. Apply today. Call 426-7000 or visit your nearest branch.
On the road to success, what you wear says a lot about where you're going. At Abed's, we have the fashion-looking garments and fabrics that are perfectly suited for your journey. The definition of chic, the power of elegance, the look of high fashion, inspired and fabulous.